Tottenham Hotspur were enjoying their best season for years, sitting in 4th place in the Premier League as they made their way to the Walkers Stadium for this third-round tie. The last time Spurs went out at the first hurdle was in 2003, away to Southampton. Robbie Keane played in that game, and Martin Jol was hoping that this time around the Irishman could inspire his side to victory. Leicester City were struggling in the Championship, but under-fire boss Craig Levein was hoping the Cup would bring a much-needed change of fortune.
Good evening from Jim Proudfoot at the Walkers Stadium in the East Midlands of England for tonight's FA Cup third-round tie between Leicester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Let's have a look at the two teams, starting with hosts Leicester City. They make 5 changes to the side that lost at Crystal Palace on Monday, with Danny Teato's injured hamstring ruling him out, while 4 of the team dropped to the bench. Leading scorer Mark de Vries is recalled after struggling with illness in recent days, while Joe Hamill and Ryan Smith are also back in the side to make an all-new forward line. Dion Dublin, their most experienced player, is on the bench. Tottenham have named their strongest possible side, one that's without leading scorer Mido, who is expected to be on international duty with Egypt this weekend. And even though that match with Nigeria was postponed, Mido hasn't been included this evening. Noureddine Nabet's also on international duty with Morocco, while Lee Young-pyo is out with a knee injury sustained at Manchester City on Wednesday night. So in come young Irishman Stephen Kelly for his first game in 3 months, and Gregor Rajak makes just his 4th start since signing from Derby in August. Well, Leicester and Tottenham meet in a repeat of the 1961 FA Cup final, also a repeat of the 1999 League Cup final. 2 matches won by Spurs, who have a 37-place advantage over their opponents. So far this weekend, only 1 Premiership side has perished. But will the weekend end with another scalp being claimed? Both clubs in their traditional colours. Early touch from Michael Dawson back in his native East Midlands, where he made his name with Nottingham Forest. 20 miles up the road from here. Both he and Genus, former Nottingham Forest players, can expect a lukewarm reception at best from the Leicester supporters. Clumsy challenge by Williams, another former Nottingham Forest man, on Anthony Gardner. De Vries. Hughes. Staying with the good Johnson. A good goal-scoring form recently, Joey Goodjohnson. 5 goals since late November. Does have a fantastic free kick in his armoury. One back by Carrick as Hughes threatened to break forward. Aaron Leonard, Tottenham haven't been able to get the ball to too much, but when they do, it always looks dangerous. And Alan Maybury is going to be the first name in the book. Easy decision for Steve Bennett to make. Lennon's pace had taken him past the Irishman. And referee Steve Bennett keeps up his record. He's booked at least 1 player in every match that he's officiated since New Year's Day of last year. This is the 47th consecutive game in which he's produced a yellow card. What a chance! Put in at the second attempt by Genus. Tottenham score. The golfing class has been apparent at times, and Jermaine Genus is in the right place to put Spurs ahead. Lovely delivery from Carrick. Dawson so close, and it came back off the post, and I think off the back of goalkeeper Rab Douglas as well, just to take the sting out of the rebound and make it sit up absolutely perfectly. Genus could not miss. Premiership side ahead inside the opening 20 minutes of the game. And the goal scorer spoken to by the referee. Set him off on the opening weekend of the season. Well, Leicester are making a change 10 minutes before half-time, and it's Elvis Hammond who is coming on. Joe Hamill who is coming off. Hamill hasn't really been able to get too involved in the game so far, having started on the left-hand side. Elvis Hammond, a central striker, and you'd imagine that that would bring a change in formation for Leicester as well, back to 4-4-2 to mirror that Tottenham are utilising. And sure enough, Smith has pushed forward out onto the left-hand side straight away. Good ball forward, Keane! And again! Pulled it way wide in the end. A real chance for Tottenham. Douglas came out and seemed to miss the ball completely. Took an awkward bounce. Douglas very tardy in coming out. It was a good save, just got his hand to it. And Keane had every right to appeal for a corner. It did hit Stearman. Ultimate compliment, I suppose, paid by Craig Levein in making that tactical change 10 minutes before half-time. When you're the home side, you have to change your formation to counter what the opposition is doing. And Leicester have gone 4-4-2 now with Hammond and De Vries up front. That was a very chancy pass from Williams. Stearman. First touch for Elvis Hammond. Kelly, Carrick, Rashak with a lovely layoff for Lennon. Now Robbie Keane. The Leicester defenders force him wide, and he saw Douglas off his line. It would have been a picture-book goal for Robbie Keane. He just couldn't get the ball to do enough, quickly enough. When they're on song, they can play some wonderful football, Tottenham. Douglas had advanced far enough, but not too far. Carrick. Clear towards De Vries. Gardner covering for Tottenham, and then Stalteri not under any pressure as he ran back to pick up possession. Lennon. Genius goes down. Goal kick. To make sure that he wasn't outpaced. And Mabry couldn't make the challenge after the yellow card. He's already on, and McCarthy went shoulder to shoulder, but it was deemed to be a legitimate challenge. He's been sent off once this season, Paddy McCarthy, against Leeds. This is better from Leicester. Snapshot from Mark De Vries, not testing Robinson though. Ricochet back off Kelly. Not the first time that he supplied De Vries with an opportunity for goal in the game. Leicester strikers under pressure at the moment. They've struggled for goals. Hammond's got 3 in 30 games this season. De Vries without one in his last 13 matches, and with the transfer window open again, Craig Levein has made no secret of the fact that he's looking to bring in fresh blood up front. He says that the search for strikers almost paid dividends, and he expects a new face here within the next fortnight or so. Here's Michael Brown now for Tottenham. Douglas making a sharp save at his near post to concede the corner. Probably would have hit the post and gone wide, but Douglas couldn't take any chances. Brown looking for his first goal since the year before last. He's forward for the corner along with Michael Dawson. 5 minutes before half-time. Carrick's delivery not up to its usual standard. Leicester boss Craig Levein. 13 wins in 13 months in charge of Leicester. Here's Keane. Another promising opportunity. A stunning goal from Paul Stalteri. His first in English football, and it's given Tottenham a very comfortable lead going into half-time. What a strike from the Canadian. Didn't seem to be too much danger. Stalteri running onto Keane's pass and rifling it past Rab Douglas at his near post. Some goal. Delight for Martin Jol, Hans Segers and Chrissy Hughton on the Tottenham bench. Stalteri, who won the German Cup a couple of years ago with Werder Bremen, did the double that year. And he's given Spurs a lift towards round 4 of the FA Cup. It's been very comfortable for them so far this evening. Dawson. Straight at McCarthy. Good Johnson hasn't been able to have any impact on the game at all yet. De Vries trying to flick it on towards Elvis Hammond, away by Paul Stalteri. Here's Good Johnson. Now Smith. And on the left-hand side will suit him more. De Vries trying to battle his way through. Hughes fought from the midfield as well, but Spurs with time to get it clear. That was a curious choice of clearances from Brown. Williams. Hammered out to Smith. Decent ball, Stearman pulls it back and they've got one back. Elvis Hammond. Leicester back in the game. So important they hit back quickly. And they halve the deficit within moments of going 2-0 down. Good play by Ryan Smith and a very intelligent layback from Stearman. Hammond, the substitute, could not miss. In the right place. Rashak. Inviting Lennon forward. First time ball in from him, keeps it alive, but there was a clear push. Michael Brown waiting for the ball to come down. Knocked his man over. Well, the last meeting here between these two sides saw Tottenham turn a 1-0 deficit late in the game into a 2-1 victory with a goal from Mabizela, the South African international, that turned out to be his only goal in English football. Freddie Kanute getting a late winner. Some goal by Mabizela as well at that same end that Stalteri has broken his Tottenham duck in the first half. The last time they met at all at White Hart Lane, a 4-4 draw. Spurs 3-1 up in that game. Conceded goals to two of their former players in Les Ferdinand and Ben Thatcher, went 4-3 down. And Defoe scored a late equaliser to secure a 4-4 draw. Just short of 2 years ago, as Leicester are on their way down and out of the Premiership. Here's De Vries. Opened up for him for a moment, now Elvis Hammond. Defended by Stalteri. It's been a fantastic acquisition on a free transfer, although he's conceded the corner there. Play by the former Fulham striker. Leicester have certainly had the advantage in terms of flag kicks, but significantly they trailed, of course, by 2-1. Johansson and McCarthy both forward. Hughes, yes! 2-2! Through a crowd of players and deflected on the way. Stephen Hughes equalises for Leicester. And having been 2-0 down inside the first half and seemingly down and out, they're back on level terms. Great strike, and the deflection off Dawson gave Robinson no chance at all. It's only his second goal in nearly 40 games for Leicester. His first for 10 months. What a time to score it. Back to De Vries from Hammond. Good link-up play between the forward two for Leicester. 3 minutes for either of these sides to win the game at the first time of asking. Joey Gudjonsson. Good ball forward, flag stays down. Mark De Vries surely wins it for Leicester City. What a comeback! 2-0 down in the first half, and they lead 3-2 in stoppage time. Are Tottenham on the verge of another cup exit to lower division opposition? Big Dutchman timed his run to perfection. Just about played onside by Dawson. And the ball almost went into the net in slow motion. Didn't really get hold of the shot, Mark De Vries. But put it just wide enough for Paul Robinson to matter. Here they come again with Elvis Hammond. Another play by Kelly. And he certainly will look back on this game very ruefully. Missed the chance to make it 3-1, a routine chance as well. Now they trail 3-2. It's a Leicester ball. Well, he believed in miracles, and they've delivered for him. Offside, De Vries. Now, well into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Time added on at the discretion of the referee. It's victory for Leicester, and a quite unbelievable one at that. 2-0 down to a side of the top 4 of the Premiership, and they've come back to win. Mark De Vries, the hero, Leicester's leading scorer. poking past Paul Robinson in stoppage time. A rare oasis in a real desert of a season for Craig Levein. It seems so unlikely. 2-0 down after goals from Jermaine Genius and Paul Stalteri. Crucially, they hit back straight away. Elvis Hammond before half-time, Hughes after half-time, and then, when there was no time left, Mark de Vries gave Leicester the victory. For Tottenham, another cup elimination against a side from a lower division. They succumbed to Grimsby in the Carling Cup. They've succumbed to Leicester in the FA Cup. And Leicester, who've always found Spurs a bogey sign in cup competitions, beaten them only once in the cup in 10 previous meetings, finally end a 30-year drought against Tottenham. A quite absorbing weekend of football in the greatest domestic cup competition in the world. What a game to end the weekend here in the East Midlands. Leicester City beating Tottenham Hotspur by 3 goals to 2.